Fridays with Frank with our hosts, Paul Hollis, author of the Hollow Man series, and Frank Fiore from Fridays with Frank. Frank, how are you? And you have a big new project coming up now that you and Paul are going to do together, right?
Yeah, we just with AI being so hot, we thought we'd put together I don't know, I guess a book about AI, how to use it by authors, written by an AI. So we this entire book is going to be written by an AI. I forget what was the name, Paul. What was his
Uh,
name again?
AI for authors.
Yeah, right. And what was the name of the AI guy?
Oh, Malcolm. Sorry.
Malcolm, and that is an NALCO. It stands for a long, strange word, but anyway, the idea is that many authors are probably just getting involved with AI, or would like to know how AI would help them as authors, and so we say, okay, so here we are, we're putting out this book written by AI, so and it's got to be good if it's written by an AI by AI himself, then that's the beginning to it.
And the thing, Frank, that people have to understand is that information book, AI is the best to come up with that information. That's the thing. If you're between fiction and nonfiction writer, if you're doing a how-to book or you're an expert in specific areas, you really can expand those areas using AI. But what types of chapters are going to be in the AI book, Frank? Do you remember some of them?
Yeah, well, Paul, do you remember some of the ones that
Yeah. Well, the irony of the whole story is that the 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 book is written by AI, but many authors are afraid that AI is going to take over their job. But what we've tried to focus on is how AI helps you as an author, as a research tool. So we've talked about research tool. We talk about the tools that they can use simply like Grammarly or something of that sort to help them edit. Those kinds of things are what really are in the book is how AI helps you, not writes for you.
right? And AI covers a lot of needs that authors have. Number one, editing. Okay, it'll help you edit it, have you clean it up. Also, help you brainstorm ideas. So there's many different elements that authors could use AI for and help them. That's the operative word. Write their story.
And that's the thing that writers are scared about is it's helping. Everything is enhancement. If people do not embrace AI, they're going to be out of a job. They're going to not be able to sell things. You have to embrace AI. You have to learn as much as possible, but don't think it's your end all be all. It's just another member of your team, right, Paul?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing how just the word AI scares people because we've had AI for a long time. They're just tools to help us do things faster, better, cheaper, whatever it is, right? So that's how you have to look at this AI is that it is another tool in your toolbox or a member of your team.
Yeah, I'll give you an example for me, okay? That I write many books, and in the past, when I had to do research, I would go to Google or whatever, and type in, tell me about, or find me this, or do this, and of course, I'd get a whole slew of sites to go to. So, but now I use AI and do the same search criteria, and it doesn't give me a whole bunch of sites. It gives me all the information that would have been on those sites and organizing it in such a way that I can use it. It saves me all kinds of time. And if I see something that's interesting and the result and the search results, or the results coming from the I ask them to expand on that and expand on that and expand on that. And you'd be surprised how much information comes your way without having to go to a search engine. And so that's one of the most important uses of AI is research. And the other one, like I said, is brainstorming. What would this look like? Blah blah blah. What would be what would be a story that covered such and such? And AI will give you some ideas, and you could use them or not. Okay, again, they're not writing the story, just giving you ideas. And so this AI book that Paul and I are are presenting is it gives you all those different types of AI search engines or AI search engines that covers all kinds of things like grammar and research and all that. And those sites are in the book. It tells you where to go. So it's a nice, concise way to look at to find out about what AI can help, how it can help authors.
I think it's huge. I think it's very, very important, Frank, because you have to be able to bring those tools together, put it all together to make it work. And I think, Paul, do you have a list of the chapters you can tease people about?
Uh, yes, but not handy.
All
Just give
right,
me a
he'll
second.
pull it up. Okay.
Well,
So,
let me just take a quick look, okay, and see what
so Frank's pulling it up because we don't want dead airs. Both of them are pulling this up. The key thing is AI is a tool. It's just like anything else. Ultimately, if AI is better than you better
Yeah,
be able to use AI because AI is going to become better and better. One of the biggest skills I've seen AI improve is if we take a transcript of our conversation and you ask them to write a social media post from our conversation, they're going to write a phenomenal one in our words, not a robot's words. So ultimately, I see down the line somebody reading, writing a book by talking in a device, putting it in a descript, throwing it in there, and you truly will have something written in your own voice, right, Paul? That's getting there.
yeah, yeah. So we talk about the actually the history of AI so that they can get a bring people up to date on that, and actually AI has been around as long as not electronically, but been around as long as the Romans have, and we just want to let them know that they're just like tools in their toolbox kind of thing. So we talk about that. We talk about brainstorming, how AI can help us, as Frank's already said. We've got uh, uh, research, and fact checking sort of things how to do that and have AI help you. We've got we talk about character development and world building. If you need ideas in any of that sort of thing, we've got help in this book of where to go to find help to do that. Not to do it for you, but find help to help you do it.
yeah, like getting back to who's writing this, being written by Malcolm M.A.L.C. blah blah blah, which stands for Machine Assisted Literary Composition and Original Language Model. So that's who Malcolm is, and it'll help you edit it, brainstorm, it's all your personal muse. It's really very fascinating. Like you're stuck on a plot twist, it can suggest surprising narrative directions. You need a catchy opening line, it may generate a few options. If you're looking to explore a new genre, it can guide you with insights and techniques. So all these things are very helpful. It helps you brainstorm, can help you research, it help you, which you already stated, help you edit. Right? There are AIs out there that'll help you edit
And
your
Grammarly was one of the first AIs, right, Paul? I mean,
Uh,
for
it
writing.
was, yeah, and
And that's
you
been around
now you've
15
got.
years. That's been a long round forever. It's
Yeah, and then
improved. Mhm.
you've got other ones that we talk about too, like Pro Writing Aid, which is similar but by a different company, and so you can actually take your choice on a lot of these things, and they're just examples and choices to help you do a better job at writing, if you want to do a better job at writing, that is.
Mhm.
Now let's give you an example of why AI is only a tool. Editing videos. Members of my team always was using the program instead of really using the human touch. So I've put my hands into more in the video editing side again, because ultimately AI is not able to cut a great answer you just gave, Paul. They'll have me yapping about nothing. And that's not a good clip to throw on a video on social media. The hook is Paul, what he just said. The hook is Frank and what he damn said. And that's the mistake that's happening now, ladies and gentlemen, that everyone thinks I can use AI and I don't have to think. That's not the case. You have to think more. You have to become better, and you utilize this as a tool. It's not going to, oh, you can write a book in 5 seconds. And I'll tell you, Paul and Frank, there are about 5 to 6 books, but I think workshop is next after this book's out, right, Frank?
Yeah, that's correct. We want to invite people to a workshop to make this book that Malcolm has written come alive and useful to the people that are at the workshop.
That's fantastic. And then there's more, but would you think, Paul, there's more books to come from this?
Well, yeah, I mean, we I want to stress that we actually have two chapters at the end of this thing, that one that looks um at the ethical, maybe is a good word, ethical use of AI, and how you have to manage that, and the role, and we look at also the role of the author in the AI age, right? So we're not just saying, have AI write your book. We're trying to stress that these are all tools, all tools that we need to use. So
Yeah.
that really is what
And the
the
tools
crux
are
of
going to
this is.
improve each and every day. You got to at least be a
Yeah.
basic chat GBT without a paid version. You got to do Gemini. You got to do Claude. You got to really investigate yourself into AI. I'm not going to call myself an AI expert because I don't want to be in this field because it's going to be oversaturated, which it already is. Everyone thinks they know AI. Ultimately, anyone can be an expert in anything now with AI. It's going to be up to you to study it and practice it and develop it, because the best strategies are going to come from AI. It's your ability to explain, teach, and make that's where the teacher will always be involved. That's why the coach will always be involved, because you see all this spit out in AI. Unless you're really good at following directions, you're going to need more. So that's where this gives you a lot of ideas. Give you an example. You have a legal issue. You can use AI to go through that legal issue, but you can't expect them to be your lawyer.
Right.
You
There's
have to, and you have to, and it's all about the questions you ask. But it cracks me up when these people say, I'm great in AI. Well, there's going to be an AI that's going to do AI next, guys, where I'm going to create a chat bot that's going to go ahead and do chat GPT for me, and I don't have to do shit. I'm going to input, go ahead and create this program for you, but you go ask the questions. I'll see you in 6 hours and you'll have everything presented. Maybe that's already happened, but that's the replaceable part.
yeah.
The process, the basic understanding and pulling the trigger and being the one that can go deeper and say, hey, this sucks. That's to be the job of a human. If you can't overthink and analytically think, because AI sure as hell can't. Right, Paul, Frank? No, they're
No,
not there yet. And it
no,
will
no.
never be
Not at
there.
this time.
I don't, and if it ever is at that point, that's when it gets dangerous. That's when singularity happens, and singularity is dangerous. All right. Go to frankfiore.com, hollowmanseries.com as well to check out their two websites. The book is going to be out soon. I can't wait. And I am going to dip my hand, I guess, foot in the pool as well. And in 2025, I'm writing AI for podcasters. And that could be 25 different chapters and 25 different things. But I appreciate you guys. And thanks again. All right. You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show and Fridays with Frank.